Failure, confidence, disappointment. 3 powerful words that depend on each other. Have you ever been so afraid of failing that you decide to not try at all? As much of a cliche as it may sound, if you haven't failed, you haven't given your best shot. But in order to give it your best shot, you need to be confident. And confidence is hard, especially when you're afraid of failure. People of all ages are afraid of failure, but what even is this fear? Fear of failure is referred to as atishiphobia. It can cause you to put off any situation that has the potential to have an unsuccessful outcome. The 2 main factors that cause this fear are having a critical or unsupportive environment, or having lived a negative past experience that has caused humiliation. Both are very common factors, and they can cause your self-confidence to decrease to a point where you either self-sabotage or you don't try something unless you know that you will succeed. But how do you know that you will succeed if you haven't even tried it yet? Let's look at Michael Jordan, for example. He's one of the greatest, if not the greatest, basketball players in the world. He's so great you think he'd never failed before. But when Jordan was in high school, he was cut off from his school team because his coach said he didn't have enough skills to play. But Jordan didn't give up. He failed to make his school team, but he worked hard and he practiced and he proved his coach wrong. He didn't let the words of an unsupportive person affect him. He didn't let the negative past experience stop him from trying again. Imagine if Jordan would have never played basketball again. He wouldn't be this great player that he is now, and I wouldn't be up here talking about him. Think of all the little kids that would not have this wonderful player as their idol, and would not have him as an example that you can overcome your failures. Think of all the opportunities that you can miss just because you're afraid to fail. I've had similar experiences myself. I remember the first time I played basketball. I was trash. I didn't know how to do the most basic things, such as run with the ball, but I had confidence. I've come to realize that the less you know, the more confident you are, because you think that people know that you're not good enough, so you have no one to disappoint. And that thought is what pushes you to become better, to continue. But when you do become better, your confidence doesn't rise. Now that you are better, people expect more from you. So there's more for you to lose, and you become afraid to fail, afraid to try. Confidence is important. Confidence plays a key role in people's performances. Whenever I play, I don't give it my best, because I think that there's someone better than me, so I'll just help them succeed. But that only damages me. Lack of confidence damages people's performances. I can be wide open for a shot, but I won't take it. I'll pass to someone who I believe will make it, and I try to make excuses that I passed because they were closer to the basket or they had a better position than me. But that's all it is, an excuse. And excuses will not get me anywhere. One of my old coaches once told me that you do not have talent for basketball. And they ruined my hopes of ever becoming a good player. I knew I would never become a pro player, but deep in myself, I believed that I could become one of the best in my team. But having heard those words, along with having heard other people around me say that I'm not good enough, made it even harder for me to try. A year ago, I tried out for the national team, and I got in. I never thought that I would be trying out for the team, but even when I did, I didn't thought that they would call me back. If I would let the words of other people stop me from trying, I wouldn't have this wonderful experience that helped shape me into the player I am today. I still have a lot to learn, but now at least I know that I shouldn't let people and the environment around me push me back and stop me from trying. Yes, I might fail, but the important thing is to stand up and try again. If you haven't failed, you haven't given it your best. You haven't pushed yourself to the limit. Whenever you push yourself out of your comfort zone, there's a big chance that you might fail, but you unlock a new challenge for yourself, which only pushes you to become even better. Yes, the words that others tell you will always mess with your confidence, but if you don't listen to them, and as my new coach always says, only try, then you will be able to become a better version of yourself and silence all those unsupportive people that only made your journey harder. Confidence is not only important in sports, but also in real life. If you don't push yourself out of your comfort zone, then you'll be stuck on the same level and you'll never be able to get far in life. Don't let failure and disappointment stop you from giving it your best. I know confidence is hard. I'm giving a speech about it when I don't even have enough confidence to keep trying and trying over and over again. But here are a few tips that have helped me. First, stop thinking about the past and don't be consumed with the future. It will only paralyze you. Whenever you think that you might fail, think what the worst case scenario can be. Is it that bad that it can stop you from trying? When you think that you might fail, think that you have an equal shot at succeeding. And instead of thinking, what if I fail, think even if. Even if I make a mistake, I won't give up. 1 in 10 adults and 1 in 5 teens are afraid of failure. So remember, you're not alone. You're not the first person who has ever failed in life. And even if you do fail, that doesn't mean that you are a failure. I used to think that if I shot and I missed, my teammates would be mad at me for failing. But they're not. They're afraid of failure as well. So whenever someone misses a shot, they don't go around yelling at each other, but they support them. If the people around you are stopping you from trying, then change them. If the people around you are making you feel worthless, don't listen to them. No one should be mad at you for trying, unless you've repeated the same mistake multiple times. That's the thing about trying. Whenever you try again, you first need to reflect on your actions and figure out what you need to change. And it's just then that you will be able to, step by step, improve your performance and reach your goal. And believe me, there is no better feeling than having the confidence to try something you've been afraid to and seeing yourself succeed at it. Don't be embarrassed by failures. Learn from them and start again. And remember, confidence is everything.